Banks, accounting companies, and retail agents have been identified by civil society organizations (CSOs) as institutions in the private sector which enable money laundering, making the war against financial corruption in Nigeria difficult. The executive director of the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, while speaking in Abuja at a conference with the theme Exploring New Frontiers in Nigeria's Anti-Money Laundering Regime Through Effective Use of Data, says all hands must be on deck to tackle all forms of corruption and money laundering.
Panama Papers, Angola Leak, Nigerian business dealings, and other mass financial fraud are powered by highly profitable private enablers who have to be held responsible for crimes instead of being rewarded. And sadly, in Nigeria, the more you loot, the more you steal, the more you are now politically recognized. Unfortunately, even in the religious places, they don't investigate how you got all those money. They will start giving you position in the religious places.
Civil society also believes there is no way financial corruption can be tackled without the involvement of the Central Bank of Nigeria keying into the fight against graft. Just as development partners reeled out ways to tackle terrorism financing gotten through laundered money.
There must be a system to check financial transactions from the financial system, the informal sector, where cash is moved from borders, where arms are moved. So until we're able to cut all of these sources and they no longer have money to buy guns, they no longer have money to buy ammunition, to buy rounds of bullets, to be able to fund their operations, to fund their vehicles, to acquire all of those things, then they will be incapacitated and therefore will be able to overshadow them and operate and cover them.
If a governor has stolen money from any state, it means that he stole it from the coffers of his state. Monies that were under his watch. And that also means that if federal regulatory authorities or the EFCC recover such funds from the governor, it is fair and consistent with natural justice and even ordinary logic that you take the money back to where it was stolen from. It's the simple law of restitution.
The inflows from Nigeria's migrants abroad, according to the World Bank, is about $26 billion annually. However, local reports from regulatory agencies indicate otherwise, reaching differentials of about $2.6 billion.
The issue with Nigeria has not been the lack of data. The issue with Nigeria has been the lack of harmonization and coordination of this data. Several places you go to Nigeria, you put in your data, you register your SIM card, you go to the road safety, you register, you do the same thing. You duplicate your data all over the place. Who is putting together all this data, putting it along with your banking transaction, with your telephone data, and trying to make meaning out of it, trying to understand you?
So if in a year we can receive $26 billion, you can imagine the quantum of what this amount of money can do to the infrastructural development, can do to the growth of the economy, can do to development of the economy, can widen, can deepen liquidity. In fact, will go a long way in strengthening the value of the naira.
At the end of this three-day conference, it is hoped that recommendations drawn will suit the current realities of Nigeria. Roots TV, Nigeria.